I respect everybody till they earn my disrespect. Well, as I've been saying all along, Benghazi is hitting the White House, even though we just had a general go before Congress and say that he was the one who made this stand down call the night of Benghazi. It's kind of coincidence that the very next day he retires. Yeah, right. Wonder if somebody in his family was threatened, blackmailed. Remember now, the N.S.A. are watching everything, listening to everything. And as I said also before, but it's actually another subject. I predicted that it was going to be Valerie Jarrett that would be tied into the IRS scandal targeting, because this would fall right in line with her threat to the American people and anybody who opposed Obunghole during the election process. Remember, first thing she said, payback time. So I'm assuming that that would be a way for her to pay back. Pretty easy way, actually. And unless you get a bunch of these people together to start talking to each other, how can this come alive? Which is exactly why they brought it up. So now, instead of IRS being tied to Valerie Jarrett, I got another one for you. It seems that the night of Benghazi, when Obunghole retired for the evening, the commander-in-chief went to bed for the evening after it was announced to him that a consulate in Benghazi was being attacked. Nice. Real nice. So the stories that are coming out now is it really wasn't even Hitler that was in charge, coordinating. It was Valerie Jarrett, Obunghole's right-hand man. If you ever see this beast, you could mistake it for a man. So now we have her tied in with two of these scandals. Remember now, these phony scandals, Obunghole has called them phony scandals in 10 different speeches now. 10. So it is true that if you want people to believe the lie, you just keep repeating it over and over and over. Any idiots will believe you. So he keeps repeating it over and over and over. I find it hard to believe that the general public is that stupid. Anybody that's watching, paying attention, would know that 4 men dead in Benghazi is not a dead issue yet. Chris Stevens, we're not going to let it go. Brian Terry, Fast and Furious, we're not going to let this shit go. We're hanging on like bulldogs. So we now have the IRS to also contend with. And then we have Eric Holder just indiscriminately doing whatever the hell he pleases. He'll let certain people walk on blatant racist charges, and he'll go after other people who have absolutely no race animosity whatsoever. But he'll make up a website to try to dig up a liar or two if he can. This is incredibly evil. I don't understand how you people are not getting this. Evil. We have evil in our government right now. It doesn't always reside overseas in another country, in a third world country. Evil doesn't just live in caves. I believe evil right now resides in the White House. Part of that is Holder. Have a look at his actions, what he has done, who he has gone after. And for what? It's insane that our government has gotten this far out of whack. They are to fear us, not the other way around. And that's the way the Founding Fathers meant it to be. We were not to fear our government. They were to fear us. Look at it. Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed. They meant it. That's why they spelled it out so clearly on that amendment. You see, without that amendment, the rest fall. That's just the way it is. Our Founding Fathers were wise way beyond their years. They knew that a government like this was coming. They knew that forces were going to be in our government who were going to be for nothing other than themselves and infiltration, to let others in. Who's Obunghole letting in? Have a look. All kinds of Muslims. Everywhere. Have a look for yourself. Find out for yourself. It's happening. Our country is being infiltrated and taken over. It's happening. Have a look. Look around. Now, when the N.S.A. scandal broke, and they let it slip that they don't listen to the calls, they just store them. Well, that connotated that they kept the calls. I have contended this all along. As a matter of fact, I have contended this for many years. I know for a fact that back in the 80s, maybe even the 70s, but I'm pretty sure it started around in the 80s. If you said certain words on your telephone, you were flagged. That call was flagged. That call was flagged so that others could look into it and see, well, what's this conversation about? Just a few key words. Oh, I don't know. Pressure cooker? Backpack? I don't know. Either way. But way back then, they were flagging calls to be reviewed. Way back then. And now they're trying to tell us, well, no, we don't keep the content of the calls. Blatant lie. Blatant. I know that's blatant. Yeah, I bet you're going to see, probably going to be a plethora of cases that are now going to come out. Because, see, now that they know that we know, they're going to start using this information for us in drug cases, in murder cases, in whatever cases they want to use. They're going to manipulate some of these calls to make people sound racist. Remember the news? Good job, guys. You don't think that these calls that are being stored, believe it. They are storing our calls and our emails in their entirety. Somebody is reviewing your call. There's a computer monitoring everything I say right now, and like I said, a few keywords could have the cops at my door. A few keywords could have the N.S.A. digging up everything in my life. A few keywords and the FBI will be crawling up my ass with a microscope. That's the way it is, and that's the way it's been for a while. So when they lie to you and tell you that they do not save the content, they're not listening, that's an absolute lie. We've already had hackers prove that they can hack into your phone, sitting in your pocket, turned off. They can listen through your phone, in your pocket, turned off. Have a game console? Got one of those new bad boy game systems, do you? State of the art. They're watching you through it. Believe it. They're listening to you through that game console. They are watching us through certain TVs. As I just said, that's been hacked. And they proved that that could be done. Oh, they fixed that. You can't do that anymore. You know what? They also told me that my calls weren't being listened to. See, all of these years now, finally, I have been vindicated. All these people that thought I was nuts, crazy, don't know what the hell I'm talking about, tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, I've been proven right. I knew what I was talking about all of these years. The same way that for the past 5 years I've known that the illegal alien Muslim dog in our White House is a complete fraud. His birth certificate is fraudulent, his social security card is fraudulent, his selective service card is fraudulent. Everything about him is a fraud. I could name off 5 different names this piece of shit has gone under in his lifetime. Why would anybody in their right mind actually vote for anybody who has an alias? Well, because he's got black skin. If you don't vote for him, you're a racist. So there you go. And Holder, Obonghole, Valerie Jarrett, Janet Napolitano, they all use this race card to its fullest. Why do you think all of these people converged on our government all at once? Anything we say, we're racist. Point out all Holder's horseshit, you're racist. Point out just one thing of Obongholes, and there's a plethora. Yeah, quite the plethora. You say anything disparaging about this camel's ass, you're a racist. Right away. They don't even wait for it anymore. Ask Chris Matthews, Mr. Thrill Up His Leg. And see, Obonghole doesn't have to come out and purposely call us racist. He does it through these talking heads. CNN is nothing but a CIA propaganda front. That's all there is to it. Now they're going to try to prove that wrong by, letting little information here and there out. Let me tell you something, people. This N.S.A., as I said, it's the tip of the iceberg to most people. I know what it's about. I am quite aware of what they do to us. But for the vast majority of Americans, they don't know this. They aren't aware of this. And some of them that are aware don't believe it. They've been told, but they just refuse to believe it. Well, it's about time to wake up, people. This is tyranny at its height. This is what they do in Nazi Germany. This is what they do in China, Communist China. This is what they do in North Korea. They watch everything you do, they listen to everything you say, and they use it against you. They don't like what you're saying, they don't like what you're about to expose, you could end up dead. We have reporters now that they're dead because of what they're reporting. I mean, it goes back further than Bill Cooper. I mean, this guy was just bringing us the truth, and he was murdered by the United States government. It has been proven that Martin Luther King was murdered by the United States government. Otherwise, why would they have paid off the widow? Look into it. Martin Luther King's family was paid off by the United States government for his assassination. They were liable. We got to start waking up to all of these. They're unconstitutional, assaults on every single one of us. Every single one of us. To try to say that they have to do it to fight terrorism is a lie. They can find another way, and they're going to have to, because this way is unconstitutional, thus illegal, thus they can't do it. It's time for us to stand up and start screaming at the top of our lungs. We don't have a lot of time left. Martial law is coming. Believe that. We better start standing up, America, or we won't have an America to stand up for. God bless us all. God bless America. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to need it.